in Brownsville. It's going to be a great one for you. PSJA Memorial taking on Brownsville Pace and the Vikings. So PSJA Memorial Wolverines taking on the Brownsville Pace Vikings for you. And that is, of course, tonight. It's going to be a fantastic one. Let's get down to it, really. So Brownsville Pace coming into this one, they were able to get a win last week back here at home, 28-14. So coming into tonight's game with some confidence, able to win close ones is what you want to see. And then, of course, PSJA Memorial came in here beating, sorry about that. Believe they were, PSJA Memorial, they were not able to get the job done and lost 49-7. So not too great for them, but they're coming into this game feeling good about themselves. Well, we'll continue our pregame show here in a second. I'm Jacob Young. This is Rio Sports Live. Hopefully you're going to enjoy this one, and hopefully we got a great one for you. We'll be right back after these messages. Don't go anywhere.
Number one.
Are you ready? Are you ready? Are you ready for the prices? It's a Hacienda party.
It's football season at Hacienda Ford, and you can get a new Ford Expedition with 20-inch wheels, leather, navigation, and more for $12,000 off MSRP.
We got the tailgates down and we're feeling all right. My Hacienda friends are saving money tonight.
Hacienda has it.
So back live here, and of course, continuing off with our pregame, we're going to talk about the players to watch out for here, and that's for Brownsville Pace. Jose Banda, the quarterback for Brownsville Pace, the Vikings. He was electric last week, was able to really get the job done with, of course, the help from his running back, which was Dylan Baron. And I want to stick with these two for a second here. Jose Banda, why he was such a big, just able to really get the job done was because, well, he tricked the defense a lot. He sometimes on the spread handed the ball off or decided to keep it himself, and it got players, including myself, even confused a bit too, and just really was able to trick me. So that was a big thing right there. Then, well, Dylan Baron on the running back he was also able to gain a lot of yards, getting himself into the end zone a couple of times last week over PSJA Southwest for Brownsville Pace. So look for both of them to really be able to go the extra mile. Then, of course, this offensive line for them has to be on their feet just like last week, because the offensive line for Brownsville Pace did a fantastic job of giving Banda plenty of time and even Baron plenty of time and opening up holes, which was always key. And it's always key for, football games in general. Now, of course, outside linebacker Rafael Recio, another player to watch out for. He's also did a nice job last week. Number 76 for you if you want to know his number. Did a nice job. Jacob Acosta, same deal, was a big playmaker indeed, as well as coming into this season with according to, well, the Monitor in their pre-season book, I believe, is what they had. And then coming also into this one, linebacker Jay Gomez doing a fantastic job this season, and Darian James, which expect to hear a lot more of his name, I believe, tonight as he comes into this one doing a pretty good job. Then we'll stick with Brownsville pace for a second, just keys to the games. Defense has to force turnovers and also has to limit themselves from having any penalties that can hurt them or affect a drive for them on defense. If they're just about to stop PSJA Memorial on third down, then they have to just, well, kind of make sure that they stop them and not force a penalty that will bring PSJA Memorial forward and give the Wolverines a first down. So that's one thing that Brownsville Pace has to do. Then on the offense, it's the same deal. This time, of course, a bit opposite. So either way, just getting started for this one. We'll talk a bit more about Brownsville Pace, and then, of course, we'll get into PSJA players. So we'll be right back after this.
Whether you're visiting or vacationing at South Padre Island, be sure to book your place to stay with Island Services. Locally owned for over 40 years. Trusted, reliable for condo and beach house rentals. Call and visit the website today. Island Services.
Hi, we're Robert Mello's favorite cats, and thank you for watching Real Sports Live.
Sherryland ISD, a nationally recognized district focusing on quality and rigorous instruction where every child is immersed in a culture of academic success. A district dedicated to preparing our youth for the future. Our mission is to inspire, educate, and empower all students to reach their full potential and become leaders of the highest moral character. Sherryland ISD, excellence is our tradition.
Music lovers, you have to stop and see the assortment of records, tapes, and records memorabilia at Forever Memories today. Located at 237 North Sam Houston in San Benito, Texas, there's over 10,000 records on display and more coming every day. Looking for your favorite album from the past, first pressings, collectibles. How about a 45 with a single you just have to have? Freddie Fender, Johnny Cash, Hank Williams, Elvis, Beatles, blues, rock, classics, Tejano, it's all here. Organized and priced for you. Forever Memories, 237 North Sam Houston, San Benito.
Hi, we're the Lady Tigers, and thank you for watching Real Sports Live.
Located in the historic downtown district in San Benito is Main Street Boutique. A perfect stop, great atmosphere, locally owned and operated, and new items coming in every day. Something for everyone. Main Street Boutique in San Benito.
Hi, we're the Night South. Thank you for watching Real Sports Live.
Hola, les habla su amigo Benjamín Gómez, el alcalde de San Benito, invitando a toda la gente que venga a visitarnos aquí a San Benito. Crucen por el puente Los Indios, más bien conocido como el puente de Lucio Blanco. Visítenos a las atracciones que tenemos aquí en San Benito. Aquí los esperamos. Muchas gracias. Su amigo Benjamín Gómez.
Start the new year off right. Alpha Men's Primary Care wants to remind all men it's time for your annual physical. Call to schedule an appointment. It's about the body, mind, and emotion. Stop feeling sluggish, having no energy, or being stressed. Alpha Men's Healthcare believes in a holistic approach to your overall health. Even if you have low testosterone, diabetes, high blood pressure, or gained weight, let Alpha Men's Primary Care help you increase your energy, stamina, endurance, and quality of life. Start feeling young again. Alpha Men's Primary Care is changing the way men's healthcare is done.
A Piece of Cake by Ibadas in Harlingen is a sweet stop for cakes, cookies, and pastries. The best in town for specialty cakes made to order. Sweetbread, cookies, pies, or how about cupcakes? At A Piece of Cake by Ibadas, try a Texas-style cinnamon roll, or how about some tamales? Wedding cakes, graduations, you dream it and they can make it. The best in town is A Piece of Cake by Ibadas in Harlingen.
Whether you're visiting or vacationing at South Padre Island, be sure to book your place to stay with Island Services. Locally owned for over 40 years. Trusted, reliable for condo and beach house rentals. Call and visit the website today. Island Services. Come see what the City of San Benito has to offer today. Business owners, visit the San Benito Chamber of Commerce and find out how they can help you be a part of the new and exciting growth the city is experiencing today. Supporting business, community, and the teams, San Benito Chamber of Commerce.
Hi, we're Mission Veterans, and thank you for watching Real Sports Live.
All right, so back live here now, getting you, I guess, more about pace real quick. Just letting you know, this is why, in my opinion, that they were so successful last week, besides their offensive line being well, is that the spread offense has allowed Banda to really choose what he decides to do, because that spread offense, it is good for a mobile quarterback, and normally a mobile quarterback is really tough to stop, and that's what we'll probably see a lot tonight in this game. Kickoff at 7 p.m. here, so we're about 5 minutes away from kickoff tonight. So it should be a good one. There was rain around in the forecast, but the clouds have decided to part ways, and well, we're going to have a nice kind of just nice temperature in a way for this game. As in no rain for the players. It will be a tough, hot one, as none other than Brownsville Pace comes out onto their respective sidelines, so they're getting ready for that. Of course, real quick, talking about PSJA players, watch out for, don't forget about them. You got Jose Martinez, that running back. Don't watch out. He can be lethal if let be. Michael Munoz, that wide receiver / free safety, can be well with Sandoval. Jared Sandoval. And you talk about that because also you get the quarterback, who is Alejandro Leva. So he's got multiple wide receivers to really think about for this game. Wide receivers that he will decide to see who he decides to really pass from. I expect to see 3 wide receivers on some schemes on, let's say, the left side for the Wolverines as well. 3 minutes away from kickoff, both teams have run out onto the field and now are on their respective sidelines, so always good. Now we'll see a lot of, most likely, Robert Balderrama, which is the kicker for PSJA Memorial, so we'll see what the call is for the coin flip. As both teams have met onto the sideline by now, you're seeing that exactly. They're shaking hands, so gives us more time to also talk about this game. When we kick off, it should be about 87 degrees Fahrenheit, and it feels like 98 degrees Fahrenheit, so not great, but of course the sun will go down and the temperature will go down as well. So it should be close to 85 degrees by halftime or so, and it should feel much better for these players. Of course, these players will be running back and forth. So PSJA Memorial will receive first in this game, and the Vikings will decide to go on defense. Brownsville Pace will decide to go on defense for this one, and well, PSJA Memorial Wolverines will have a shot for the first time. So I guess we'll go on one more quick commercial break, and when we return, we'll have kickoff for you in no time.
Watching Real Sports Live!
Everyone's a winner at Kano Auto Sales 2 in Harlingen. Choose from a wide selection and score big today on West Expressway 83.
How about this 2015 Chevy Silverado 1500, a regular cab, custom wheels, bedliner, 21,000 miles, power everything, $25,900. Or how about this 2015 BMW 328i, fully loaded with an X-Drive, navigation, sunroof, leather interior.
Back live here, and now the kickoff is underway. We are underway here at Sam's Stadium. A muffed kickoff return, but PSJA Memorial seemed to get the gain going. Ball about at the 30-yard line for PSJA Memorial after a nice run by, I believe, Steve Tijarina on that play. So now, of course, the Wolverines with the first opportunity for them to start off in this game. Alejandro Leva brings the team out onto the field. Now they break out of the huddle. Leva can have a strong game tonight. They're going to line up. It's going to be a handoff up the middle. And brought down not before a nice gain of about 3. Second down now. Ball spotted on the 36-yard line. Looks like 2 wide receivers on each side. Leva is going to snap the ball with one back beside him. There's a snap. Handoff once again up the middle, trying to find some space, but not really able to get a couple of yards on that carry. Maybe back to the line of scrimmage. Third down, 2nd and 6, or excuse me, 3rd and 6. Ball on the 36-yard line. Still 11 minutes to go in the first quarter. We'll see what Leva decides to do here, but he might decide and just hand the ball off once again. Sends a man in motion. It's going to be a handoff off to the right side. And not able to get anywhere. It's going to be a loss, I believe, on the carry. And that was Anthony Pedraza on the carry there for PSJA Memorial. Now 4th down and 4 to go, and they will bring out the special teams. So PSJA Memorial go 3 and out for their first drive. Brownsville Pace able to feel good about themselves on defense for that drive right there to stop PSJA Memorial there. There you go, kickoff is low, and it's going to bounce before trying to evade the other side. He does. Going on the 40, the 50 flag on the play, though. So it could be brought back because a block in the back will most likely be the call. That was a run by, I believe, Brandon Narvaez. Here's the official call. So 2 flags on the play. Both were blocks in the back for Brownsville Pace, so that will make them have to start at about their own 15-yard line or so instead of where they were at, which was near Wolverine territory. Ball spotted actually at the 21-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Vikings. Snaps the ball. It's going to be a handoff off to the right side, trying to find space, but brought down, and a flag on the play. So Banda decided to hand the ball off, on that first play. It's going to be I believe, a hold on that call. Either way, half the distance to the goal will bring the Vikings back even further, and will make the Vikings' job a lot tougher. Lines up with 2 backs beside him. Snaps it off. It's going to be a fake handoff. Trying to pass. He does. Oh, okay, my bad. Yeah, so Jose Banda is going to be 2nd down, 19 to go. Ball on their own 12-yard line. So Banda has a tough job ahead of him. Downfield trying to make a completion on that side, not able to though. Again, drops back, and it's going to be a handoff up the middle. There's some space. And tackled to the ground goes, I believe, that was Dylan Baron. So once again, Baron, you see him trying to work. Jose Banda trying to work Dylan Baron into this game. Of course, you can't do that every play because then it becomes a big problem. And then, of course, the defense on the other opposing team is used to that play. So they're, of course, going to try to change it up probably on this drive, but a lot of handoffs to start this drive up. He lines up with 3 wide receivers on his right side. Snaps the ball, drops back to pass, trying to evade pressure. Now scrambles, gets dragged down to the ground. And so 4th down, it will be 8 minutes to go here in the first quarter. Still 0-0. But it looks like the special teams will come out for the Vikings. And looks like to kick this one off will be Marcos Cuevas for Brownsville Pace. The snap. The kick almost blocked there, it looked like. It's going to sail out of bounds. Looks like still in Brownsville Pace territory, still in Viking territory, I believe. So we'll see where they mark the ball. The official mark will be momentarily. So it will be in the Viking 40-yard line. 7:57 remain here in the first quarter. Break out of the huddle. Lines up 1 back beside him, 3 wide receivers on his right side. Hands the ball off, up the middle, tries to go to the right side though. Finding an open space, breaks a couple of tackles, and pushed out of bounds. Just about at the 27-yard line. 1st down and 10, Wolverines. A huge 14-yard game will make the ball brought down at the 25-yard line. 1st down and 10, Wolverines once again. Hikes the ball off up the middle. Looks like it's going to be false start. as flags are thrown. So a 5-yard penalty against the Wolverines because of a because of a false start. Mean that the Wolverines will now start first down 15 for this drive. Looks like Javier Escalante on the right side for a wide receiver spot. See if he gets thrown the ball here. As of course, Alejandro Leva snaps the ball. It's going to be a handoff up the middle, trying to evade pressure, not going to, and is going to get taken down before he could go anywhere. Anthony Pedraza just not able to do anything on that carry as he tried, or as he was trying, of course, to get somewhere on that one. So second down, 13 to go. 6:40 left to play in the first quarter. Wolverines set up. 2 wide receivers on each side, 1 back beside him. Sends a man in motion. Snaps the ball, drops back to pass. Now, of course, trying to evade pressure. He finds an opening, takes it up the middle before he gets bulldozed. And that was, of course, Alejandro Leva on the quarterback keeper after he, well, it seemed like it was not necessarily designed there because pressure was coming his way. And I guess he didn't necessarily have enough time to really look around and see if anyone was open. Either a third down and 8 to go now, 6 minutes left to play in the first quarter. Lines up with 3 wide receivers on his right side. And 1 back beside him. Snaps the ball, drops back, passes to his left side. It's on the corner, and it is incomplete. And so that will be a huge stop for Brownsville Pace. It is now 4th down, but we'll see what the Wolverines decide to do because it is, remember, at the Brownsville Pace Viking 24-yard line. So you add about 10 yards to that. That will be your kick if they decide to try and kick it. So it might be too far in their eyes, and they might not necessarily trust their keeper too much and try to go for it. And yes, indeed, they do. So the offense stays out as Leva tries, well, to get, of course, the first down. 3 wide receivers on his right side is how he lines up. Passes once again to the left side. It's going to be a slant, and it's going to be incomplete. Great defensive play and a defensive turnover for none other than, well, the Brownsville Pace Vikings. So the Brownsville Pace Vikings will get the ball at about their own 26-yard line. A huge 4th down stop for them after having to punt on their last drive. So now Banda leads the team back out onto the field for their drive here. Ref blows the whistle to resume play, and the play clock counts down. Hands the ball off up the middle, and it's a big gain. A lot more. Looking around, no flags, so that's going to be a first down on a huge carry by Dylan Baron. Just that replay, able to really find that hole and just will use his moves for a second there. Looks like an official timeout, so we'll take a timeout as well. We'll be right back. This is Real Sports Live. I'm Jacob Young.
Fishing fans, here's your chance. For all types, every deal's a winner at Cano Auto Sales 2, in business since 2002, Harlingen, Texas.
So back live now. Both teams back out onto the field after that big gain by Dylan Baron there. 5:34 remain here in this first quarter. One thing that I didn't mention, though, as I'll mention it after this play actually, hands the ball off, trying up the middle, trying to find some space, wrestled down to the ground there. Baron not necessarily able to get a ton of yards on that carry, but I believe enough to get at least 2 there. Second down it goes. Second down and 9, actually a 1-yard gain. Ball spotted on their own 42-yard line. So what I was trying to say before then is that this wind is blowing about on the northeast side. So right now Brownsville pace is going against the wind at the moment, and it is a pretty strong one too. Snaps the ball off, throws on the corner to the left side there. That was complete by Jalen Garcia. Third down, 5 to go now. 4:30 remain here in the first quarter. Ball spotted on the Viking 46-yard line there. Vikings getting set now after a couple of substitutions, just getting lined up now, of course. And Baron sets with 2 backs beside him. Fakes the handoff, throws up the middle, just a bit too high for his intended target. Intended target, I believe, was Chase Morales on that play, the tight end. So, 4th down. That was to try and complete a 3rd down conversion. Not able to do that, so the special teams comes back out for Brownsville pace. So far, it's been really good. Still 0-0. Still 0-0 on this scoreboard so far. But 4 minutes to go here in the first quarter. Just absolutely exciting. Looks like a timeout. So Brownsville pace will call a timeout for this first half. Looks like they'll talk it over. Will they go for it, or will they, of course, punt the ball away? We'll find out after the break.
Hi, we're the Lady Diamondbacks, and thank you for watching Real Sports Live.
Men, start the new year off right. Alpha Men's Primary Care wants to remind all men it's time for your annual physical. Call to schedule an appointment. It's about the body, mind, and emotion. Stop feeling sluggish, having no energy, or being stressed. Alpha Men's Healthcare believes in a holistic approach to your overall health, even if you have low testosterone, diabetes, high blood pressure, or gained weight.
It's back live now. Both teams back out from their huddles from that timeout. It looks like Pace will kick the ball away. We'll punt the ball away, I should say. And it is a nice one. Takes a Viking bounce, not before it rolled back a bit, but they will spot the ball in Wolverine territory at the, could be the 17, maybe 16-yard lines. Ball spotted on the 16-yard line. 3:46 to go, and now the Wolverines have possession. Wolverines come back out onto the field for their offensive drive on this time. Ref blows the whistle once again, and now the play clock is reset and starts counting down. Wolverines set up with 3 wide receivers on their right side, or excuse me, left side. Hikes the ball off, throws to his left, and not able to complete that one. Threw a screen pass there, and it's not enough. And that was intended for Yahir Espinosa. One thing that I didn't notice from this team is that it is kind of a senior team, the PSJA Memorial. And their offense/defense as well is that they do have a lot of juniors and seniors on this squad. So you think about it for next year, you're going to have a lot of freshmen. Or a couple of freshmen, really, because it's still juniors. Hands the ball off up the middle. Trying to go to the right side. He does break a couple of tackles and brought down at about the 26-yard line or so. 3 minutes, 30 seconds to go here in the first quarter. Third down for the Wolverines. They set up with 2 wide receivers on the left and 1 wide receiver on the right side. Leva will hand the ball off up the middle. Not able to go anywhere. Might lose a couple of yards on that. Three minutes to go in the first quarter. And that was actually a first down there. Somehow missing that play, apparently. Either way, first down and 10, chains are moving. And 2 minutes, 40 seconds to go here in the first quarter. Wolverines talking things out for a second there. They break out of that huddle. And Leva, of course, restarting play. It looks like timeout called, though. So PSJA Memorial calls a timeout there. Still 0-0 so far and late into this first quarter now, but still early in this first half, in my opinion, of course, because there's still plenty of football left to be played, even in this half. Talk about what both teams have really been able to accomplish. Yes, PSJA Memorial have not been able to win a game this season just yet, but of course, can this be the week that they do it? It is week 5. Of course, this is when you start to play a lot of district teams. Yes, this district is a bit different considering how many teams I believe are in this one. PSJA Memorial and Brownsville Pace back out of their huddles from that timeout, and play now is resumed. Leva snaps the ball. Handoff up the middle. And it's a big gain just about for the first down. So Pedraza gaining a big chunk of yardage on that one. Not enough for the first down, but still will be second down. Second down and 1 to go. Ball spotted on the 26-yard line, on their own 26-yard line to be exact. Out of the huddle they go. Sends a man in motion. A handoff up to the left side there. Trying to evade pressure. Looks like he got enough for the first down. Russell's down before he could go anywhere else, though. That was once again Pedraza on that carry. So, yeah, we're seeing a lot of running attack from both sides, really. They've been trying to sometimes start that passing attack, but both teams are able to run the ball. Both teams seem to be okay at stopping the run, really, and not allowing them to have a deep run. Snaps the ball off, dropping back to pass a quick pass too high of it. That was intended for Javier Escalante on that play. So second down and 10 to go. Ball spotted still on their own 39-yard line, the Wolverine 39-yard line. 1:12 left in this first quarter. Play clock down to 15. And now Wolverines ready to start play again. Handoff up the middle. Makes a decent gain from Pedraza on that play. But third down now, 3rd and 7. So crowd starting to get into it since it is a third down. And on the Wolverine 42-yard line. Wolverines talking it over there, and Leva brings the team back out. Play clock at 10. Looks like a jump there. So it could be a false start penalty. We'll wait and see what the official call is on this one, but I did see some movement. So they're going to reset the game clock to 1 minute is what the call was on that. So no penalty, just setting the game clock at 1 minute here. And, of course, it is still going on. Leyva dropped back to pass, and it was complete, but dragged down for a loss. I believe that was Pedraza on that catch. They're now 4th down, 4th and 9, so the punting team, the special teams, excuse me, will come out, and they'll try to punt this ball away. There we go. And he does a running kick. And they'll down it inside the 15-yard line. Inside the Viking 13-yard line on that kick. What a kick. Fantastic kick actually by none other than Robert Balderrama. Fantastic leg on that one. So 1st and 10 for the Vikings now. Bottle decides to take it himself. Has a big opening. Trying to get another block, and he does. Stiff arming, still going. Down inside Wolverine territory. A 31-yard gain for Jose Banda, on that carry. Gets them inside Wolverine territory now, but a flag is on the field, so it could be called back. So we'll have one untimed down in this first quarter for a face mask, or also called hands to the face, because it was on the offense. So that brings the Vikings all the way back from their big gain. So one untimed down here in the first quarter still. It's going to be a handoff up the middle. And this time, Badalon gets a good carry on that one. And he will move the chains. And that's the last play. Or excuse me, not move the chain. Yes, 1st down and 10. Ball will be spotted on the 48-yard line after this first quarter. Both teams holding out a great chess match so far. It is still tied 0-0 after the first 12 minutes of play. On to quarter number 2. Both teams have already switched sides, so we will not go to commercial. Once again, this is Real Sports Live. How about this game so far? Both teams set up nicely. There we go. Another play up the middle. Gets a good gain, and it looks like it will be another first down. A 10-yard gain. Ball will be spotted on the Wolverine 41-yard line there. 11:30 left to play here in this first half now. Looks like the Vikings will set up with 2 wide receivers on the left side. Hands the ball off, goes to the right side. Waddle trying to make a dent, and he does. Gain of 5 yards there. Second down, 5 to go. And ball will be spotted on the Wolverine 36-yard line. Just the Vikings at the moment figuring out that they can run the ball a good amount. Hikes it off a bit high, but will take it himself. And evades a tackle there for a loss instead of gains a couple of yards there, and that was Jose Banda on that play. And I believe he was actually stopped by John Balderas on that play there from PSJA Memorial. So, of course, PSJA Memorial is trying to stop there. But third down and 2 to go. Ball spotted. Handoff up the middle and a big gain. He's in. 10, 5, touchdown. Touchdown, Brownsville Pace. And Dylan Abado, and just like that, will bring the first scoring in for Brownsville Pace and the Vikings will go up 6-0 at the time being. Of course, we'll wait and see if the extra point will be up and good. And it's so funny what Brownsville Pace like to do is they like to set up all their guys on the left side first and see once the ref blows a whistle, then they move back down to, well, where they're supposed to go. It's a little bit of a fake thing, thinking that, making the defense think maybe they'll go for 2. And the kick is up and good. So new score, Brownsville Pace, Vikings 7, and PSJA Memorial Wolverines 0. Just like I said, that running game, even for both sides now, have been key. They've just been able to really move the ball downfield. Even Brownsville Pace, yes, Brownsville Pace did have some early penalties that did hurt them on that drive, but they were really able to eat up a bit of the clock, and so that always helps you, use up some time. So now 10:02 remain in the first half. Both teams have 2 timeouts remaining in this first half. Selects is up at the back to receive for PSJA Memorial, and it is returnable. Getting some blocks, helping him get through close to about the 30-yard line. Well, he brought down before, though. 9:53 remain now in this first half. So ball spotted now on the Wolverine 31-yard line. First down and 10 Wolverines. See what the Wolverines decide to do here as, well, Alejandro Leva has brought them back out onto the field. They break out of the miniature huddle there. Sets up one back behind him, 3 wide receivers on his left side. And it's going to be a handoff up the middle. Still on his feet, able to get through, bulldoze his way through to about the 35-yard line. Second down, ball spotted on their own 36-yard line there. So second down, 5 to go if Nice gain on that one, about a 5-yard gain. Wolverines break out of their huddle once again. Leyva sets up with one back behind him, 3 wide receivers on his left. Another handoff. And it could be a fumble there. Either way, it stays with PSJA Memorial. Nowhere to go on that one, brings up 3rd down. They're going to say timeout. It's like an official timeout, so we'll be right back.
Mark the calendar now and plan on attending October 20th as the 3-Up, 3-Down San Perlita Booster Club Fishing Tournament looks to be the biggest and best yet. Located at Laguna Madre Baits in Port Mansfield, Texas, this tournament is set to provide 100% of the proceeds directly to the athletic programs. Artificial lures only with a blackjack format, no fish over 21 inches, $150 per team or boat, maximum 4 people, and the grand champion is a team closest to 63 inches with 1 red trout and 1 flounder. Food raffles, baked goods, a silent auction, and terrific prizes from some great sponsors. Registration is October 19th. The tournament is October 20th. See you there at the 3-Up, 3-Down Fishing Tournament in Port Mansfield, where catching fish is helping athletes in a big, big way.
Endurance and quality of life.
So back live now. Both teams back onto the field. It's going to be a handoff up the middle. He goes to the right side this time. A big opening, gets pushed out of bounds. But not before he could get a 1st down. And that was Jose Martinez, I believe, on the carry there to get themselves a 1st down, get the ball on the 50-yard line. 8:44 remain here in the first half. Wolverines still have possession of the ball. Snaps the ball. It's going to be another handoff up the middle, and it breaks free, breaking another tackle, finding an opening down at about the 30-yard line. Fumble. We'll see the official call if he was marked down before. So 1st down for the Wolverines. He was marked down. I believe that was, once again, Jose Martinez on that carry. So Alejandro Leyva sets up with 2 backs right beside him. It's going to be another handoff, this time to the left side. Finding an opening, gets dragged down. So ball spotted out on that 19-yard line. 1st down and 10, so the chains do move for the Wolverines. Leyva and this offense doing a very nice job so far, making sure that they can find openings and really getting the ball downfield. Of course, trying to tie this one out. Trying to tie this one back, I should say. Another handoff up the middle. And it looks like he's going to be brought down for a loss. Second down and 12. Ball spotted on the Viking 21-yard line. 7 minutes to go here in the first half. They set up with 3 wide receivers on his left side. It's going to be another handoff up the middle. Nowhere to go. Pedraza stopped once again. 3rd down now. Gets a 2-yard gain. 6:30 remain here in the first half. Of course, Wolverines trying to get on the board here. Leyva snaps the ball. This time drops back. Passes on the right side. Wide open. It is caught for a touchdown. What an impressive play. It was thrown a bit too far, but able to come down with it. And I believe that was a catch from Michael Munoz. An absolutely spectacular catch. That's why I got a bit excited there. So, now, of course, they're an extra point away from tying this thing up. 6:19 left on the clock. A bit high on it. And so, exactly a blocked kick. A blocked extra point. And it's going to be out of bounds. So, the extra point attempt is no good. No flags on the play. A fantastic block right there. Replay didn't necessarily get that either, but just, you could tell by the snap. Normally, if the snap is a bit bad, then the kick or the attempt isn't necessarily going to be that well. But the touchdown pass, as they're showing the replay once again on the big screen, just a fantastic grab. Reminds me of the Super Bowl catch, I believe, with Santonio Holmes making it. It's the way it was on the edge, having to kind of dive for it or extend. Either way, both teams back out here. Now the Wolverines will kick back to the Vikings. 6:19 remain here in this first half, in this second quarter. There we go, ref blows a whistle to resume play, and now the play clock will count down. Espinosa kicking off for the Wolverines, and we are back underway. A nice kick there. Ball at the 20-yard line, so very returnable there. Trying to evade a lot of tackles. He does. Gets the ball down to about the 31 or 2-yard line. We'll see the official spot. That was, I believe, for Brownsville pace. Chase Morales on that catch. Flag on the play, 5 yards added to the end of the run for an offside on the kicking team, which was, well, the Wolverines. So now we resume play, we resume action as 6:11 remain here in the first half. He keeps it, throwing, trying to find an opening. And two players from the Wolverines collide in an attempt to try and catch the interception. So they are a bit shaken up on the field. So we'll be right back.
Sports Life.
Are you ready? Are you ready, ready? Are you ready for the prices? It's a hacienda party.
It's football season at Hacienda Ford, and you can get a new Ford Expedition with 20-inch wheels, leather, navigation, and more for $12,000 off MSRP.
We got the tailgates down and we're feeling all right. My hacienda friends are saving money tonight.
Hacienda has it.
Hi, we're Robert Dulles, Saber Cats, and thank you for watching Real Sports Live.
Fans, if you want to look your best at the next game, then let you.
Healthcare is done.
Fishing fans, here's your chance to catch some fish and help out athletes at the same.
It's back live here. Hopefully, both of those players are okay for the Wolverines. Either way, we resume play now. Second down, 10 to go. 6:05 remain here in this first half. Ball spotted on that 35-yard line. handoff. Actually decided to take it there for a second. So Banda on the carry. Stopped shy before he could go anywhere. So now 3rd down and 10 to go. 5:40 left to play in this first half. Vikings lead this one 7-6, and Vikings, of course, with the ball, trying to get a 3rd down conversion on this one. They break out of the huddle. Looks like 2 wide receivers on his right side is how Banda will line up. Deciding to throw to the left side, gets hit as he throws. Gets leveled, I should say. Pass incomplete. So 4th down will bring out the kicking team. Of course, a punting situation nonetheless. 4th down, 8 to go. 5:20 remain here in the first half. So Leva decides to receive this one for the Wolverines. A kick is high up, and it's going to drop and take a really impressive bounce. Of course, Leva trying to do anything he could to not let it go further. A very nice kick by Christian Zapata for the Vikings. So, of course, now the Wolverines will try to do something before halftime. There is still plenty of time left in this first half, though. 5:12 remain. Ball spotted at the Wolverine 25-yard line, I should say. He lines up with 3 wide receivers on his left side. Snaps the ball. It's going to be a quick handoff up the middle. Able to break tackles, and he does to the 50. Brought down just at the 50-yard line, I should say. And that was, of course, Anthony Pedraza on that carry. And Leva and Pedraza have been really keen on things like that. He's, of course, trying to fool the defense a lot, but just the offensive line letting them open up spaces up that middle. Once again, trying to go up the middle again, he does. And Pedraza gains a couple of yards on that play. So 4 minutes to go here in the first half. So the Wolverines line up with 2 wide receivers on his right side. It's going to be another handoff, this time to the left side of him, and stopped with nowhere to go. And it looks like it is a fumble, and it's going to go over to Brownsville Pace. Once again, they're going to actually mark him down. The rest did mark him down there. So 3rd down, 6 to go. 3 minutes left in this first half. It's a bit confusing the way that the crowd reaction was. Either way, Pedraza or Leva tried to evade pressure, and he did. About getting that first down, too. After he is deciding to take some hits. So no flags on that one. Decided to take carry after he was about to pass the ball for sure, but the Vikings were able to bring pressure on that one. And it was one of those, it has been one of those consistent things where you kind of just go around the defense, getting to the quarterback, a fumbled snap, still alive. And the Wolverines are going to lose a lot of yards on that one. It might be brought back into Wolverine territory. Leyva fumbling that snap there. So second down and long to go. Home crowd getting into this one now. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. And, well, the Wolverines now have a long ways to go just to get the first down, not even to get the touchdown. Throws on his right side. Let's see. It's going to be incomplete. Just overthrown a bit. Leyva trying to just heave something deep and trying to hope that it worked there. Pass was, I believe, intended for Michael Munoz. Either way, now third down and long to go. Leyva snaps the ball, drops back to pass, gets pressured, throws a short little slant route onto the right side, and stopped before he could even get back to the line of scrimmage, the original line of scrimmage, and that will be a fourth down. Fourth down, 1 minute 46 to go. And Brownsville Pace will take their second timeout of the half, of the first half, excuse me. To try and, of course, get the ball back because there is still 1 minute 46 remain. So 1 minute 46, I was watching the scoreboard for a second there, and numbers were going up on the Wolverine side, too, which is pretty funny. Don't know if it affected this scoreboard at all, but either way, it's back to still a 7-6 ball game, and the Vikings will have possession. So here we go, the punt. He decides to run it. It's a fake, and he's got plenty of room. And almost gets the first down. Just shy of that first down. But how about that stop? It's something that I saw last year in the Lone Star Classic, I believe. Arkansas and Texas A&M and Arkansas decided to do exactly that same thing. But it will be first down and 10 for Brownsville Pace, but that's almost like a miniature punt for sure. Wanted to try something sneaky there. Either way, it gets you into Brownsville Pace territory, and it will make the Brownsville Pace Vikings have to kind of fight and go back downfield because it is in Viking territory. But either way, here we go. Jose Banda throws on his left side. It is caught. He gets to about the first down marker. And Mark Garcia on that catch there. Looks like an official timeout, so we'll be right back.
Designs and graphics to mass production in-house. If it's hats, shirts, buttons, mugs, cups, banners, and more, then Chewy's is there for every team and every sport. A veteran-owned company in touch with the community. It's Chewy's Custom Sports in San Benito.
Hi, we're Mackay Bulldogs. Thanks for watching Real Sports Live.
Needing a treat before or after the big 3 Up, 3 Down San Perlita Booster Club Fishing Tournament looks to be the biggest and best yet. Located at Laguna Madre Baits in Port Mansfield, Texas, this tournament is set to provide 100% of the proceeds directly to the athletic programs. Artificial lures only with a blackjack format, no fish over 21 inches, $150.
Back live here. Still a 7-6 ball game. 1:31 remain in the first half. So Mark Garcia on that reception brings a 1st and 10 ball on their own 42-yard. Snaps it. Drops back to pass. Evading pressure. Hit as he throws the ball, and it is picked off. Dropped. Actually, he had it in his hands, and he dropped it. And that was on the defense for the Wolverines. Alexis Cortez there. A swooping safety, I believe. He had it right in his hands, and of course the quarterback was hit as he threw the ball. So Jose Banda could have made a nice play there, but of course forced his throwing motion to be off. Either way, hike the ball off once again, handoff up the middle. Badon gets a couple of yards on that one. So 3rd down now. 1 minute to go here in the first half. Another throw to the left side, bit too high, so it will be 4th down. It was a 3-yard gain before, but it's going to be 4th down, and now, of course, comes out the kicking team and the special teams for them. So, of course, here to kick it away is Christian Zapata for Brownsville Pace. Kick returner. Kick returner actually could be several people, but either way, it's kicked, bounce back, and down at about the 20-yard line in Wolverine territory. The market at the 21-yard line there. 1st down and 10. Wolverines will take over with 49 seconds remaining here in the first half. We'll see what happens. Play clock now running 17-16. Both. Now the Wolverines set back. Leva snaps the ball. It's going to be a handoff up the middle. Stopped before he could go anywhere. Bulldozed by about 3 defenders. Or defensive line, I should say. They're going to say that he was stopped by Galvan on that play, Gabriel Galvan. So now the Wolverines break back out of the huddle. 3 wide receivers on his left side. Snaps the ball, drops back to pass. Throws to his right side deep. Through it there. And it's going to be a 3rd down for Leva and the Wolverines. 9 seconds to go here in the first half. So this might be the final play of the first half, unless, of course, Brownsville Pace and the Vikings decide to call a timeout if this play does not, in fact, go to 9 seconds. Either way, ball on their own 21-yard line. Leva sets up with 2 wide receivers on each side. Will hand the ball off up the middle. And that will be the final play of the first half. So at the end of the first half, your score, Vikings lead this one 7-6 over the Wolverines. A very close matchup so far. It's gone back and forth. Very exciting. We'll get you the halftime show. This has been a really fun one so far. Hopefully you're enjoying this one. I know I am. I'm Jake Young. This is Rio Sports Live. We'll be right back after a word from our local sponsors. Don't go anywhere. Second half, we'll return shortly.
Grand champion is a team closest to 63 inches with 1 red trout and 1 flounder. Food raffles, baked goods, a silent auction, and terrific prizes from some great sponsors. Registration is October 19th. The tournament is October 20th. See you there at the 3-Up, 3-Down Fishing Tournament in Port Mansfield, where catching fish is helping athletes in a big, big way.
Hi, I'm Coach Nava with Westaco East High School. Thank you for watching Rio Sports Live.
At HCISD, we move the needle forward every day.
We'll blaze a trail for future generations.
It's not just about equipping students with skills for the future. We awaken their potential and empower them to make good choices.
No matter where you're from or where you're headed, there's a place for you to flourish at HCISD.
Hi, we're PSJA Lady Bears, and thank you for watching Rio Sports Live.
The kids are headed back to school. It's time to get internet from VTX1. VTX1 Companies offers fast and reliable internet throughout the Rio Grande Valley, even to some of the most remote areas. For a limited time only, get your standard installation at no cost to you. Start the school year off with a service provider you can trust by calling 1-800-446-2031. VTX1 Companies, connecting you since '52.
Hi, we're the Lady Wildcats, and thank you for watching Rio Sports Live.
Hola, les habla su amigo Benjamín Gómez, el alcalde de San Benito, invitando a toda la gente que venga a visitarnos aquí a San Benito. Crucen por el puente Los Indios, más bien conocido como el puente de Lucio Blanco. Visítenos a las atracciones que tenemos aquí en San Benito. Aquí los esperamos. Muchas gracias. Su amigo Benjamín Gómez.
Hi, we're Edinburgh Cougars, and thank you for watching Rio Sports Live.
Fans, if you want to look your best at the next game, then let Chewy's Custom Sports go to work for you. From custom designs and graphics to mass production in-house. If it's hats, shirts, buttons, mugs, cups, banners, and more, then Chewy's is there for every team and every sport. A veteran-owned company in touch with the community. It's Chewy's Custom Sports in San Benito.
Sherryland ISD, a nationally recognized district focusing on quality and rigorous instruction where every child is immersed in a culture of academic success. A district dedicated to preparing our youth for the future. Our mission is to inspire, educate, and empower all students to reach their full potential and become leaders of the highest moral character. Sherryland ISD, excellence is our tradition.
Are you ready? Are you ready, ready? Are you ready for low prices? It's a hacienda party.
It's football season at Hacienda Ford, and you can get a new Ford Expedition with 20-inch wheels, leather, navigation, and more for $12,000 off MSRP.
We got the tailgates down and we're feeling all right. My hacienda friends are saving money tonight.
Hacienda has it.
Thank you for watching Rio Sports Live.
Located in the historic downtown district in San Benito is Main Street Boutique. A perfect stop, great atmosphere, locally owned and operated, and new items coming in every day. Something for everyone. Main Street Boutique in San Benito. Come see what the City of San Benito has to offer today. Business owners, visit the San Benito Chamber of Commerce and find out how they can help you be a part of the new and exciting growth the city is experiencing today. Supporting business, community, and the teams, San Benito Chamber of Commerce.
It's back live here now. Decided to do a bit of a longer halftime show than normal. Still about 23 minutes till we kick back off for this second half. Of course, starting off, just giving you the game summary so far. First quarter had been pretty interesting. It was a lot of defensive stops on that drive, on each drive, I should say, in that first quarter. Went by pretty fast. And, well, score was level 0-0 after that first quarter. Then the second quarter kicked off, and, well, Brownsville Pace were able to get a touchdown. And Brownsville Pace, well, they just really controlled that drive and made sure that their running game with Banda and even somewhat of Baron were really able to just work together on that one. And, of course, both teams so far, they've tried the passing game, and some of it has worked, but a lot of it's just been the run game. And then afterwards, at next drive for the Wolverines, they tried to level it up and were able to almost do that. They got the touchdown that they needed after a really nice catch by, I believe, Michael Munoz on that play. A super impressive catch. Brought them close to level, but a bad snap ended up making the kick blocked. And so the extra point was no good, and that's where we stand, 7-6 at halftime here. So it's been pretty well. A lot of players just doing their jobs. Jose Banda making sure that he can run this offense the way that he wants to. And then on the PSJA Memorial side, the same deal. Alejandro Leva doing a nice job. Of course, both teams, when they tried that passing game so far, what's happened a lot is they've overthrown some things. Now, one thing that I do want to mention is, well, PSJA Memorial have had more attempts to really end a drive on the other side. One was a dropped interception late in the first half in that second quarter. And so they weren't able to end Brownsville Pace's drive on that one. But both defenses have been extremely great on both sides. It's been like a chess match, to say so the least. We're just getting started here. When we return, we'll read some scores from around the RGV from today's matches and from last night's matches as well that, well, might have had an effect on this district or not. We'll get you all caught up with all that when we return. We'll be right back. Don't go anywhere. This is Rio Sports Live. I'm Jacob Young.
The needle forward every day.
We'll blaze a trail for future generations.
It's not just about equipping students with skills for the future. We awaken their potential and empower them to make good choices.
No matter where you're from or where you're headed, there's a place for you to flourish at HCISD.
Whether you're visiting or vacationing at South Padre Island, be sure to book your place to stay with Island Services. Locally owned for over 40 years. Trusted, reliable for condo and beach house rentals. Call and visit the website today. Island Services.
It's a Hacienda party.
It's football season at Hacienda Ford, and you can get a 2019 Ford EcoSport with navigation and an 8-inch touchscreen for just $17,495.
We got the tailgates down and we're feeling all right. Mahasi and the friends are saving money tonight.
Hacienda has it.
Music lovers, you have to stop and see the assortment of records, tapes, and records memorabilia at Forever Memories today. Located at 237 North Sam Houston in San Benito, Texas, there's over 10,000 records on display and more coming every day. Looking for your favorite album from the past, first pressings, collectibles? How about a 45 with a single you just have to have? Freddie Fender, Johnny Cash, Hank Williams, Elvis, Beatles, blues, rock, classics, Tejano, it's all here. Organized and priced for you. Forever Memories, 237 North Sam Houston, San Benito.
It's back live here, continuing our halftime show. And, of course, now going to read you some scores from around the RGV and around even, I guess, Texas somewhat. So, of course, here 7-6, like we said, Brownsville Pace leading PSJA Memorial. Then go down a bit. Brownsville Hannah played Amarillo Tascosa, I believe, today. And, well, Amarillo Tascosa were able to, well, just take that game, 55-7, your final from that game. Then Harlingen High played Midland High, and Harlingen High able to win that one 49-13. Both games final, of course. Odessa High and Harlingen South played. Odessa High win by 11, 44-33. San Benito and Midland Lee played, and 63-12 were the final on that one. So all games, of course, final. And then now let's get you caught up with yesterday's games for sure on that Friday, because there were some really great ones like McAllen High, McAllen Rowe. McAllen Rowe were able to win that one 28-14 after being up 21-0 in the first half. McAllen Memorial and Mission High played. McAllen Memorial fall to Mission High 28-15. Mercedes and Ed Couch Elsa played. Mercedes Tigers able to take that one comfortably 31-19. Mission Veterans and Memorial and Brownsville Porter played. That was a game that I was at last night. And Mission Veterans Memorial able to take that one comfortably 49-0, completing the shutout. Valley View and Roma played, and Roma won 21-17. Wesco East and Donna North played. Wesco East won 56-0 over Donna North. Santa Maria and La Villa played. Santa Maria win 36-0. Taft and Monte Alto played. Taft win 35-3. Los Fresnos and Odessa Permian played. Odessa Permian win 56-14. George West and Lyford played. George West win 54-19. Raymondville and Kingsville King played. Raymondville win 21-7. Santa Rosa and Odom played. Odom wins 7-6. Brownsville St. Joseph and Port Isabel played. Port Isabel take that one 55-26. Brownsville Veterans Memorial and Rio Grande City played 36-13 Rio Grande City. Edinburgh Economides and Wesco High played. Wesco High win 41-7. Edinburgh North and Edinburgh Vella. Edinburgh Vella take that one 44-8. PSJA High win by a score of 70-14 over La Jolla High School. Hidalgo and Progreso played. Hidalgo get a shutout 42-0. Hidalgo High. La Jolla Palmview and PSJA Southwest played. La Jolla Palmview win 49-13. Those are your scores from yesterday and today. So hopefully you enjoyed that. Either way, we'll be right back. We'll talk more about this one. We're still 13 minutes away from the second half to begin, so don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
Alpha Men's Primary Care wants to remind all men it's time for your annual physical. Call to schedule an appointment. It's about the body, mind, and emotion. Stop feeling sluggish, having no energy, or being stressed. Alpha Men's Healthcare believes in a holistic approach to your overall health. Even if you have low testosterone, diabetes, high blood pressure, or gained weight, let Alpha Men's Primary Care help you increase your energy, stamina, endurance, and quality of life. Start feeling young again. Alpha Men's Primary Care is changing the way men's healthcare is done.
Thank you for watching Real Sports Live.
Fishing fans, here's your chance to catch some fish and help out athletes at the same time. Mark the calendar now and plan on attending October 20th as the 3-Up, 3-Down San Perlita Booster Club Fishing Tournament looks to be the biggest and best yet. Located at Laguna Madre Baits in Port Mansfield, Texas, this tournament is set to provide 100% of the proceeds directly to the athletic programs. Artificial lures only with a blackjack format, no fish over 21 inches, $150 per team or boat, maximum 4 people, and the grand champion is a team closest to 63 inches with 1 red trout and 1 flounder. Food raffles, baked goods, a silent auction, and terrific prizes from some great sponsors. Registration is October 19th. The tournament is October 20th. See you there at the 3-Up, 3-Down Fishing Tournament in Port Mansfield, where catching fish is helping athletes in a big, big way.
Hi, we're Robert Dulles, Sabercats, and thank you for watching Real Sports Live.
Everyone's a winner at Kano Auto Sales 2 in Harlingen. Choose from a wide selection and score big today on West Expressway 83. How about this 2015 Chevy Silverado 1500, a regular cab, custom wheels, bedliner, 21,000 miles, power everything, $25,900. Or how about this 2015 BMW 328i, fully loaded with an X-Drive, navigation, sunroof, leather interior, $18,999. Financing is available with lending for all types. Every deal's a winner at Kano Auto Sales 2, in business since 2002, Harlingen, Texas. Whether you're visiting or vacationing at South Padre Island, be sure to book your place to stay with Island Services. Locally owned for over 40 years. Trusted, reliable for condo and beach house rentals. Call and visit the website today. Island Services.
Hi, we're Sherryland Rattlers, and thank you for watching Real Sports Live.
Located in the historic downtown district in San Benito is Main Street Boutique. A perfect stop, great atmosphere, locally owned and operated, and new items coming in every day. Something for everyone. Main Street Boutique in San Benito.
Hola, les habla su amigo Benjamín Gómez, el alcalde de San Benito, invitando a toda la gente que venga a visitarnos aquí a San Benito. Crucen por el puente Los Indios, más bien conocido como el puente de Lucio Blanco. Visítenos a las atracciones que tenemos aquí en San Benito. Aquí los esperamos. Muchas gracias. Su amigo Benjamín Gómez.
Come see what the City of San Benito has to offer today. Business owners, visit the San Benito Chamber of Commerce and find out how they can help you be a part of the new and exciting growth the city is experiencing today. Supporting business, community, and the teams, San Benito Chamber of Commerce.
Hi, we're PSJA Southwest Javelinas, and thank you for watching Real Sports Live. J's up!
A Piece of Cake by Ibarres in Harlingen is a...
So 9:20 to go until, of course, the second half kicks off. I'm Jake Young. This is Real Sports Live. You're listening or watching the halftime show, of course. Now, one thing that I want to say as well is both teams, yes, it has been more of a chess match so far. Both teams have really been able to attack the running game well. And, well, they've only been able to get to the end zone once. Now, one thing that is a bit scary for PSJA Memorial, and this has happened on a couple of occasions, is that, well, if their knee wasn't down in time, it would be a fumble. And so it's happened twice for, well, PSJA Memorial and the Wolverines. So they, of course, maybe we'll change something to really be able to hold on to the ball in that second half. It's not like it's been a huge problem. It's not like there's been turnovers from that end. But that's one thing to look out for in the second half, just in case it does happen a couple more times. Another thing as well is to kind of talk about, well, both teams haven't necessarily been able to really pass the ball well. We've seen it. I think if one of these teams are able to get a couple of passes downfield, whether it be Brownsville Pace or or PSJA Memorial, then that would be a huge thing to implement into their offense, if you get what I'm saying. And, of course, will probably help them in the long run win the game, because both these teams right now, what they're really being able to do is exploit the run game, because due to the fact either that their offensive line have been fantastic and are able to really block the run, or, of course, the defenses can't necessarily stop the run too well. So you put that into consideration, it's just going to be a bit interesting of a, well, just an interesting matchup in this second half for sure. Now, of course, key players for that to really happen and to bring in would be, well, just for PSJA Memorial, of course, Alejandro Leva. And what I've seen a couple of times from PSJA Memorial, sticking with them for a second, is that Leva has tried to throw the ball. And he has tried to connect on a couple of occasions. But sometimes Brownsville Pace bring the heat. They bring blitz or something of that sort, where, of course, you see a lot of, most of the time, where two defenders or defensive linemen are able to beat the rush a bit and beat the blocker and come around and try and get you, or come almost up the middle and trying to bring pressure on the quarterback. And sure enough, we've seen that a couple of times where Leva has had to spin around either on the right side or to the left side to try and find an open space. And, of course, that's really hurt them big time now. Or I wouldn't say hurt, but because he's actually gained yards on those plays. But, of course, he's bringing in hits, and then, of course, you bring in hits to your quarterback. That's not exactly what you would want if you were, of course, PSJA Memorial. Now, of course, if you're Brownsville Pace, that's exactly what you want. You want to bring pressure to the quarterback, make sure that he does not necessarily pass it. But then again, on that opposite side, you have to find a way to stop the run. Because if you don't stop that run, it's going to be a different score in the second half. Now, will we see changes? We probably will see changes to the tactics on both sides. Maybe to a formation, but I do still see the spread offense. Now, the spread offense is perfect on both sides for running that football. And that's what we've seen. Now, of course, speaking about spread offenses, now we can talk about none other than Brownsville Pace. It's that same exact way. Brownsville Pace love to run that spread offense, and we've seen it time and time again. That's why Banda and even Banon have found the open space up that middle. Now, real quick on PSJA Memorial, I did say one thing kind of wrong for them. They have completed passes. That was their only touchdown, by the way, was by a complete pass deep from Leva and caught, I believe, by Munoz on that drive, just to clear things up. But, yes, we're talking about Brownsville Pace. It has been kind of that same exact deal, and Pace have mostly been able to run the ball well and have really put pressure, like I said, on the quarterback. And on defense, they've done a fantastic job. They have also limited themselves from penalties to hurt them poorly, whether it's been on offense and or even defense. I think there's been maybe one penalty from them on defense or something of that sort. So that's something also to really think about from that. We've got about 4 minutes until we start this second half. So this has been the halftime show. I've been Jacob Young on this one. Of course, I'll be back for the second half, and we will be. This is Real Sports Live. Don't go anywhere. Second half will we return when we return. This is Real Sports Live. I'm Jacob Young. Don't go anywhere.
town for specialty cakes made to order. Sweetbread, cookies, pies, or how about cupcakes? At a piece of cake by Ibarra's, try a Texas-style cinnamon roll, or how about some tamales? Wedding cakes, graduations, you dream it and they can make it. The best in town is a piece of cake by Ibarra's in Harlingen.
The kids are headed back to school. It's time to get internet from VTX1. VTX1 Companies offers fast and reliable internet throughout the Rio Grande Valley, even to some of the most remote areas. For a limited time only, get your standard installation at no cost to you. Start the school year off with a service provider you can trust by calling 1-800-446-2031. VTX1 Companies, connecting you since '52.
Come see what the City of San Benito has to offer today. Business owners, visit the San Benito Chamber of Commerce and find out how they can help you be a part of the new and exciting growth the city is experiencing today. Supporting business, community, and the teams, San Benito Chamber of Commerce. Whether you're visiting or vacationing at South Padre Island, be sure to book your place to stay with Island Services. Locally owned for over 40 years. Trusted, reliable for condo and beach house rentals. Call and visit the website today. Island Services.
Hi, we're Natalie and Huskies, and thank you for watching Real Sports Live.
Everyone's a winner at Kano Auto Sales 2 in Harlingen. Choose from a wide selection and score big today on West Expressway 83.
How about this 2015 Chevy Silverado 1500, a regular cab, custom wheels, bedliner, 21,000 miles, power everything, $25,900. Or how about this 2015 BMW 328i, fully loaded with an X-Drive, navigation, sunroof, leather interior, $18,999.
Financing is available with lending for all types. Every deal's a winner at Kano Auto Sales 2, in business since 2002, Harlingen, Texas.
Sherryland ISD, a nationally recognized district focusing on quality and rigorous instruction where every child is immersed in a culture of academic success. A district dedicated to preparing our youth for the future. Our mission is to inspire, educate, and empower all students to reach their full potential and become leaders of the highest moral character. Sherryland ISD, excellence is our tradition.
Hi, we're Brownsville veterans, and thanks for watching Real Sports Live.
Fishing fans, here's your chance to catch some fish and help out athletes at the same time. Mark the calendar now and plan on attending October 20th as the 3-Up, 3-Down San Perlita Booster Club Fishing Tournament looks to be the biggest and best yet. Located at Laguna Madre Baits in Port Mansfield, Texas, this tournament is set to provide 100% of the proceeds directly to the athletic programs. Artificial lures only with a blackjack format, no fish over 21 inches, $150 per team or boat, maximum 4 people, and the grand champion is a team closest to 63 inches with 1 red trout and 1 flounder. Food raffles, baked goods, a silent auction, and terrific prizes from some great sponsors. Registration is October 19th. The tournament is October 20th. See you there at the 3-Up, 3-Down Fishing Tournament in Port Mansfield, where catching fish is helping athletes in a big, big way. Located in the historic downtown district in San Benito is Main Street Boutique. A perfect stop, great atmosphere, locally owned and operated, and new items coming in every day. Something for everyone. Main Street Boutique in San Benito.
At HCISD, we move the needle forward every day.
We'll blaze a trail for future generations.
It's not just about equipping students with skills for the future. We awaken their potential and empower them to make good choices.
No matter where you're from or where you're headed, there's a place for you to flourish at HCISD.
Sherryland ISD, a nationally recognized district focusing on quality and rigorous instruction where every child is immersed in a culture of academic success. A district dedicated to preparing our youth for the future. Our mission is to inspire, educate, and empower all students to reach their full potential and become leaders of the highest moral character. Sherryland ISD, excellence is our tradition.
Come see what the City of San Benito has to offer today. Business owners, visit the San Benito Chamber of Commerce and find out how they can help you be a part of the new and exciting growth the city is experiencing today. Supporting business, community, and the teams, San Benito Chamber of Commerce.
Fans, if you want to look your best at the next game, then let Chewy's Custom Sports go to work for you. From custom designs and graphics to mass production in-house. If it's hats, shirts, buttons, mugs, cups, banners, and more, then Chewy's is there for every team and every sport. A veteran-owned company in touch with the community. It's Chewy's Custom Sports in San Benito.
Located in the historic downtown district in San Benito is Main Street Boutique. A perfect stop, great atmosphere, locally owned and operated, and new items coming in every day. Something for everyone. Main Street Boutique in San Benito.
It's back live now, moments away from kickoff. And of course, the Wolverines now will be kicking off to Brownsville pace to start off this second half and to start off this third quarter. 7-6 your score still, of course. Both teams now will have 3 timeouts. Here at beautiful Sam Stadium, it is about 85 degrees Fahrenheit, 8:29 p.m. So should be about the weather. Moments away from kickoff now as, well, you see the Wolverines already set to go. And now Brownsville pace and the Vikings running back out onto the field. Looks like back there to receive Jalen Garcia, one of them. And then another one, Brandon Narvaez, to receive this one. But here we go. Ref blows the whistle, and kicker raises up his hand. And we're back underway here for the start of the second half. A short kick. Able to be returned well, though. And it looks like and kicking also a penalty flag, I believe, is where I've seen it. Never mind, that was just something yellow on the field. And so 1st and 10 for the Vikings. Ball will be placed on the 45-yard line, for quarter number 3. Jose Banda lines up. He's gonna decide to take it himself, fake the handoff for a second there, and gets more yards. First down, and will get pushed out of bounds. Forced out of bounds by Robert Balderas on that play. So first down for the Vikings, about an 11-yard gain. Ball spotted on their own 44-yard line. So Brownsville pace, of course, going to talk this thing over for a second there, breaking out of the huddle. Bonda's still talking to his team for a second there. He looks like he's going to line up with 2 backs beside him. And he's going to hand the ball, actually fakes the handoff, and is stopped behind the line. Dragged down. It looks like it's going to be a loss of yards on that carry. Stopped by Salazar on that play. Aaron Salazar to be exact. So second down and long now. Loss of about 6 yards on that play. Ball spotted on their own 50-yard line. Or, excuse me, ball spotted on the 50-yard line. And decides to throw on the left. Hit as he threw it. And a big gain down to the 30-yard line. Going to get dragged down. And that was a catch by Jalen Garcia on that drive right there. Ball down at about the 30-yard line. A 21-yard reception sees them in Wolverine territory on the Wolverine 29-yard line. First and 10, 10:53 to go here in this second half, third quarter. Decides to take it himself. Banda on the carry. Looks like he'll get down to about the 20-yard line. Forced down by the pile of Wolverine players there. But we'll go to second down and 1. Ball spotted on that 20-yard line. There on the Wolverine 20-yard line. Jose Manda doing a nice job of finding room there. Here we go. They take it down the middle once again. A big gain. Enough to move the chains. So first down for the Vikings once again finds themselves with the ball on the 13-yard line. 10 to go here in this in this third quarter, excuse me. Looks like they'll set up with two wide receivers, two backs and a big fumble. And we'll see who beats a run. And it looks like it's actually going to be picked up by Brownsville Pace. There was a Wolverine player there to scoop up the ball, but not enough on that drive. But it will move Brownsville Pace all the way back to about their own, on the 38-yard line. That will be the Wolverine 38-yard line. Second down and long, second down and 35 to be exact. 9 minutes remain here in the third quarter. Banda is going to set up with two backs beside him, sends a man in motion. There's going to be a handoff up to the left side. Baron finding an opening down to about the 25, maybe 24-yard line. Does look like a penalty marker, though. We'll wait and see on the official call. So a hold on Jalen Garcia will bring the Brownsville Pace Vikings back once again. Ball spotted now. Just going to be a tougher second down once again. Remember, the Vikings are, of course, trying to get the first down after a huge loss from a fumble there. Banda hikes the ball off. Drops back to pass, looking left. Rolling to his right. Throws on the run. And it is caught. A huge gain on that one. A 27-yard reception. Very huge gain for them. The Vikings believe that was caught by Elijah Solis on that play. Vikings talking it over. They break out of the huddle now. Baron sets up once again with two wide receivers on his right side, one wide receiver on his left, and two backs beside him. Waiting around. Snaps it just in time. And pressure comes. And he gets sacked. And it looks like a fumble. Could go to the other side. A huge play there. Gets pancaked on that one by the Wolverine defense. It was about three Wolverines going over there to try and take Banda down, and sure enough, not able to evade the pressure this time. Bring up a 4th down and long. I believe the punting team is out. Although it's not too far to the kick, but either way, 9, 8, 7 on the play clock, 6, 5, 4. They'll try and snap. They're going to go for it because it is a bit too long, I guess. And they get it off just in time. Actually, play is going to be rolled dead. So Brownsville Pace do call a timeout with 1 remaining on the clock, so they will, the play clock to be exact, so they will talk it over on this one. Looked like they were going to go for it for a second, so they might be talking about it just to see what they decide to do. Now, Vikings, if they were to kick it, it would be about maybe a 40-yard kick or so. Because, yes, it is too close to, for sure, try to pin them deep. Although it is not always, that is still, of course, a possibility. Both teams now, of course, breaking out of that huddle. Brownsville Pace trying to get into the red zone here, but will decide to go for it on 4th down. Banda snaps the ball, trying to evade pressure, throws a little flick pass, and it is going to be incomplete. Turnover on downs. Wolverines will take over at the 37-yard line. Now, of course, ball, yes, will be spotted on that 37-yard line to be exact. The Wolverine 37-yard line. 7:44 remain here in the 3rd quarter. 7-6 your score. Vikings still lead this one. And Vikings also have 2 timeouts remaining in the game. Leyva decides to hand the ball off up the middle, and it's a big gain. Able to get up to about the 45-yard line. That was Jose Martinez on the carry. Excuse me, Anthony Pedraza, I believe, actually. Either way, 2nd down and 1 to go. Ball on the 45-yard line, their own 45-yard line. And 7 minutes to go here in the 3rd quarter. Snaps the ball. It's going to be a handoff up the middle. Hit before it could really go anywhere, but I believe enough for the 1st down. And yes, indeed, they will move the chains. Wolverines will move the chains and continue their drive down the field. 1st down and 10, ball spotted on their own 47-yard line, though. Wolverines talking it over, breaking out of the huddle. Leyva, of course, staying behind center. Has 2 backs beside him. Snaps the ball. And it's going to be a handoff off to the left side. Looks like that was Omar Diaz on the carry this time. Gain of 2 yards there. 6 minutes to go here in the 3rd quarter. Wolverines talking it out for a second. Play clock continues to run down to 17. They break out of that huddle. Leyva has 1 back beside him. 2 wide receivers on his right. Decides to hand the ball off up to the right side. Up the middle it goes. Will gain positive yardage. Don't believe it will be enough for the 1st down just yet. Actually, they do. And Pedraza gets the Wolverines a 1st down. Did not see them move the chains for a second there, so thought he might have just been short. But either way, 1st down and 10, ball spotted on the Brownsville Pace Viking 43-yard line. 5:30 remain here in the 3rd quarter. Leyva has 2 backs beside him. And how about that? What a play. Just reading the defense, I saw him start to run there. Makes Pedraza lose yardage, I believe. That might have been, or excuse me, that was Joel Benavides. Just reading that play, really bringing that coverage, because that's what the Wolverines have been doing a lot on this drive, have been going up the middle. And so, of course, he was ready for that one this time. Snaps the ball, throws on his back foot. It is caught to the left side, but not before he could go anywhere. Maybe a loss of yardage. If anything, he got back to the line of scrimmage. 4:30 remain here. Third down and long. 3rd and 13 to be exact. Ball spotted on the 47-yard line. The Brownsville Pace Viking 47-yard line. Now, of course, game clock going down to about 4 minutes now. 4:15 is what it's at. Now, play clock down to 15, 14, 13, 12, 11. And the Wolverines still talking it out now. They're back out onto, we'll just back out in their formation. Leyva drops back to pass. Will pass to the left side. Caught. Incomplete. It goes. He was hit and not able to control the pass. A huge hit there. Bring an incompletion and bring out 4th down and have the special teams for the Wolverines come out. That was a pass intended for, I believe, Michael Munoz, but not able to continue it down after he got hit by Leon Salazar, I believe. Either way, now the special teams units are out for both sides. The snap. It's a fake and a deep pass. Here we go. It's caught. It is caught. Michael Munoz with the big play there to come down with the ball. How about that play right there? Bringing the Wolverines into Viking territory. That was, I believe, the kicker making that play. Danny Salazar making the throw there. Either way, it's going to be a handoff off to the right side. Leyva not able to go anywhere. Flag was thrown. Late could be face mask. We'll see what the call is. So holding on the offense is what it's going to be called. And so that will bring the Wolverines back a bit. 1st down and 20, so that's a 10-yard penalty. And the ref resumes the game clock and play clock there. Wolverines talking it out. Leyva breaks out of the huddle. Home crowd getting into it here. Leyva hikes the ball off. Looks like he's looking to the left. He does. Pass complete. Caught back to the original line of scrimmage. Andrew Gonzalez to make that stop for Brownsville Pace on that one, bringing him down before he could go anywhere. I believe that was Michael Munoz made that catch. Snaps the ball. Going to be a handoff to the right side this time. Trying to break tackles. He does. Down to about the 5, maybe 3-yard line is where they'll mark him down at. And that was the 2-yard line. Anthony Pedraza moving the chains and getting them into the red zone. Getting the Wolverines into the red zone. 1:50 remain here in the 3rd quarter. This has been a very interesting game so far. And let's see if the Wolverines are able to punch it in for 6. Leva looking around. Decides to hike it off. Going to be a handoff to the right side. And he is just shy. How about that stop? Stop by Salazar, I believe. Fantastic play by the Brownsville Pace defense, not allowing Pedraza to score. Leva sets up once again. One wide receiver on each side. And he's going to try and take it himself on the quarterback keeper. And he is in. Touchdown, Wolverines. The quarterback keeper works this time. And Leva, Alejandro Leva, bringing his team up. Now 12-7. We'll see what Wolverines decide to do. It's the fight song being played in the background. Hopefully y'all can hear that. Looks like they could be going for two. Looks like they are actually going to do that. It is. Throw it to the left side, wide open. Touchdown or 2-point conversion, excuse me, good. And the catch was made by Jared Salazar. So Wolverines now lead by 7, 14-7, exactly what they needed to do. 52 seconds remain here in the third quarter. Your new score, Wolverines 14, Vikings 7. Of course, now we'll wait for the kickoff. How about that? Just an exciting drive as, well, the Wolverines were able to put everything together, just like I said. One of the keys, I think, from halftime, if one of these teams figures out how to really throw the ball and use that to their liking, then it could be a different game. They could end up becoming a different team in the second half. Sure enough, who were able to do that so far? And that's the Wolverines. Now, of course, we'll see what the Vikings can do. Will they be able to respond? Well, we'll find out momentarily. Defense has been excellent for the Vikings. They just could not necessarily get that stop this time. Brandon Navarez back to receive for the Vikings. So there we go. And we're back underway thanks to Christian Zapata. It is returnable. A big return here. Still on his feet. Down to about the 47-yard line. A huge return by Navaez. A 48-yard return, apparently. Close to. Not a 48-yard return, excuse me. Just at the 48-yard line is where the ball will be placed. But just a burst of speed there, really getting him able to just get them down the field. 42 seconds remain here in this third quarter after that. Banda decides to hand the ball off to the left side. Trying to find an opening. He does. Still going on his feet. First down. $17-yard carry, I believe, for Baron. That could be the last play of the third quarter. 12-11, 10 on the game clock. They might not be able to get this one off. It depends on how much they hurry. 3-2. They are not going to get this play off. So that will be the last play of the third quarter. Like we said, the new score, 14-7. Wolverines lead this one heading into the final quarter of the game. Or excuse me, or it could be regulation. Either way, it's exciting. 12 more minutes of football action heading your way. Both teams, of course, switching sides here. Vikings with the ball and driving. Ball on the 35-yard line. Ball on the Wolverine 35-yard line to be exact. 1st and 10. Vikings. Baron has 2 men beside him, decides to take it himself up the middle, fake the handoff. Not able to get a good amount of yards. Actually, any yards. Second down and 9. He does gain 1 yard. 11:40 remain here in the game. Vikings break out of the huddle there. Baron decides to snap the ball, trying to evade pressure. He does. Flag is thrown, though, so it might be coming back. But a huge gain. Enough to move the chains, but we'll see what the flag is as it was thrown. Could be a hold. So a hold on Mark Garcia brings the Vikings back down. And it will remain second down. So I think second down and long now. Exactly, second down, 19, ball spotted on the Wolverine 44-yard line. Sends a man in motion. Decides to take it himself down to the right side. Trying to spin and gains some yards. Not before he was brought down. Looks like an official timeout. We'll be right back.
Ice cream parlor and deli, and treat yourself to some amazing things. Ice creams, shakes, sundaes, banana splits, and that's just a sample. If you can dream it, they can make it at The Scoop in Harlingen. From the deli comes a variety of sandwiches that is sure to bring you back.
Are you ready? Are you ready? Are you ready for low prices? It's a Labor Day party.
The Hacienda Ford Labor Day sale is going on now. You can get a new F-150 start.
So back live here as the official timeout is over. We hope everything is good with that. Either way, we resume play. Baron decides to snap it and throws to the left side really quick on the screen. Pass complete. Elijah Solis gains him a couple of yards there. 4th down, though. 10:20 remain here in the 4th quarter. 4th down and long. If I were, of course, the Vikings, I'd say let's go ahead and kick this one. Or punt this one, I should say. And they are going to. The snap is good. Punt is away. Looks like it's going to take a Viking bounce, and the Vikings have a chance to get them just shy of about the 5-yard line. So it should be around the 6, maybe 7. The 7-yard line is where the officials mark it down there. 9:50 to go here in the 4th quarter, and the Wolverines now have possession once again. So Alejandro Leva, my mistake. Back out onto the field. Snaps the ball. It's going to be a handoff off. Actually, he takes it himself onto the right side. Maybe a yard, if any, on the game. On the carry, excuse me. Second down, 8 to go. So a 2-yard gain for the Wolverines. 9:30 remain here. Leave it back with one back beside him. 2 wide receivers on his right, 1 on his left. Flag is thrown, could be false start. So it'll be half the distance to the goal for the Wolverines. 2nd down, ball spotted on, well, the Wolverine 4-yard line. So they are in dangerous territory for sure, just due to the fact that, well, now you're capable of maybe getting a safety. Now, of course, for Brownsville Pace, that's what they're looking for on this one. He is in the end zone, thrown, hit as he throws, and it is incomplete. For a second there, it had a chance to be completed and also picked off. Pass looked like it was intended for Sandoval. Either way, incomplete. And it will bring up 3rd down and long. Home crowd getting into it now, of course, the Viking fans. Leyva throws a pick off, and it's going to be a pick 6. Touchdown, Vikings. He read that route all the way through. It looks like that might have been John Moody on the pick. Just an impressive play there. And now the Vikings are an extra point away from tying this thing up kind of late into this game. 8:51 remain in the 4th quarter. Yes, they do decide to kick the extra point here. They just get it off in time. The extra point is up and good. Your new score, it is all tied up 14-14 here at Sam's Stadium. We're in for a great one. That's for sure. Just how about that play right there making the difference? Kind of the difference, I should say. Just, they tried to pass from the end zone, and Alejandro Leyva did. But that play was read on that corner route sometimes. Normally it is. The way that Texas A&M won on the road against Alabama that one time. It's just an easy route sometimes to read when you're on that right side. Now, of course, it's going to be interesting. We'll see what the Wolverines are able to do on this drive, but a defensive touchdown gives your team momentum a lot. And then, of course, Brownsville Pace will be riding with that momentum, especially with their defenses. Of course, their defense has to come right back out and try and make another stop. Ref blows the whistle once again, and now the kicking team for the Vikings are set up. And there we go, we're back underway here. It is returnable. Dropped kick for a second there, but still trying to get away and not able to get stopped at about the 20-yard line. They might be mark it down at about the 21 or so. Nonetheless, not able to really gain anything from that kickoff. They'll mark it down at the 23-yard line. (14-14) still your score. 8:45 remain here in the 4th quarter in regulation as well. Home crowd really getting into this one. The Brownsville Pace fans. Leyva decided to hand the ball off the middle. Not necessarily able to go anywhere. Pedraza gets stopped by Gabriel Galbano on that play. Gabriel Galvan. Sorry about that. Either way, gets stopped on that play. Not able to go anywhere. It's 2nd down and 9, gain of 1. Leva back, of course, playing against a hostile crowd now, getting louder. Up the middle they go once again. And he gets stuffed before he could go anywhere. 7:50 to go in the 4th quarter. Garza was able to make that stop there. 3rd down, 7 to go. 3rd down, 8 to go, apparently. No, it's 3rd down and 7. Ball on the Wolverine 26-yard line. Snaps the ball, rolls to his right, trying to evade pressure. He does not, and it is a fumble. And it could be going the other way. We'll see what the refs have to say as they're trying to sort out that pile there. Brownsville Pace fans, excuse me. Brownsville Pace fans wanting it to go their way, but nonetheless, it will be 4th down. Game clock continues to run. Now we're down inside of 7 minutes to go. Wolverines will have to punt this ball away after being stopped 3 and out here. Brandon Narvaez, one of the kick returners, back to receive it. It's a low kick, and it is blocked. And it's, or hand off his own player, I don't know. Either way, a poor kick. And it is going in, it's still going to be in Wolverine territory. Ball spotted on the 40, just shy of actually the 35-yard line. So the Vikings having a huge opportunity to take the lead on this play. Home fans of Brownsville Pace are going alive here. Thunderclap is alive. Hike up the middle. A huge gain there, and he could be in the 20. Brought down just shy of the 10-yard line there, and that was, of course, none other than Dylan Baron on that huge gain for Brownsville Pace. The Vikings riding this momentum that they got, especially from that kickoff. It was, so on that kick, I do apologize for saying that it was blocked. There it was a shank off of his, just the, don't entirely know what that part of your foot is called, but it was not the part that you want to be kicking a football on. Either way, trying to receive, just going to be just shy of the touchdown marker, but that will be 1st down now and goal for Brownsville Pace. 1st and goal on that play. 5:30 remain here. Replay finally showing it. This is the handoff to Bottlin, and Bottlin trying to score here. Vikings doing a nice job. They try to push it in, and he is in. And the Vikings retake the lead with 5:10 remaining in the 4th quarter. Your new score, Vikings 20, Wolverines 14. Vikings an extra point away from going up 7. Of course, late in this one. Set up for the extra point attempt here. The hold, the snap and hold is good. And the kick is up and good. So now 21-14 your score. Vikings retake the lead here late in the fourth quarter. A very exciting game. This is Rio Sports Live. I'm Jacob Young. We'll be right back.
For 72 months.
We got the tailgates down and we're feeling all right. Mahasi and the friends are saving money tonight.
Hacienda has it.
Hola, les habla su amigo Benjamín Gómez, el alcalde de San Benito, invitando a toda la gente que venga a visitarnos aquí a San Benito.
So back live now as Brownsville Pace and the Vikings are out ready to kick this one back off and get this one started up once again. Of course, late in this one. Once again, the fans getting ready to do another Viking clap. Ref blows a whistle to get this one back underway. And your kicker for Brownsville Pace, Christian Zapata, ready to kick this one back off, and he does. It's a low one, and it is going to be a kick out of bounds. So, yes, free kick out of bounds by rule. Ball being placed at the Wolverine 30-yard line. Wolverines, and of course, none other than Leva trying to do something here. Leva's going to hand the ball off to the right side, to the left side, actually. And a huge hit. A huge hit for Brownsville Pace in their defense. I believe that was by... We'll actually see this clear here from replay. That was Marcos Cuevas making that play for Brownsville Pace. Second down, 8 to go here. 4:40 left in the game. Wolverines trying to tie this one up and trying to, of course, get back their mojo in a sense. Snaps the ball. Up the middle they go. Trying to go to the right side. Met at the backfield. Nowhere to go there. Could be a loss of yards as well. Game clock continues to run. They're going to say no gain either way. Third down, 8 to go. And it is a third down situation for the Wolverines. Leva, of course, trying to make something work. We'll see if they can really do anything on this one. Sets up with two backs beside him. Going to the right side, he does. A quick screen pass. Gonna be met up in the backfield. Gains a couple of yards, but not exactly what they anticipated on that play. So fourth down now for the Wolverines. 3:30 remains. Timeout called. Timeout, PSJA Memorial will take one as well. Don't worry, you won't miss a thing. We'll be right back after this.
Lucio Blanco, visítenos a las atracciones que tenemos aquí en San Benito. Aquí los esperamos. Muchas gracias. Su amigo Benjamín Gómez.
Whether you're visiting or vacationing at South Padre Island, be sure to book your place to stay with Island Services. Locally owned for over 40 years. Trusted, reliable for condo and beach house rentals. Call and visit the website today.
Fourth down for the Wolverines. Back live here. Looks like the Wolverines are going to go for it. And he's going to take off and run. Leva met up in the backfield, and that's going to be a turnover on downs. Very gutsy play call indeed from the Wolverines. We'll see them turning the ball over in their own territory to, well, the Vikings. And now the Vikings have a chance to really put this game away here late. 3:22 remain here in the fourth quarter, and the Vikings get it on the Wolverine 35-yard line. Or, yes, the 35-yard line. First down and 10 Vikings. Jose Banda back. Handoff a bit. Snap was a bit high, but able to gain about 5 yards on that carry. Ball marked on the 32-yard line, so it's going to actually be a 3-yard carry on that one. $2:50 now remain in the game here. Banda snaps with one back beside him. It's going to be a handoff up to the left side. Got some running room, some breathing room for sure. Still on his feet, dragged down, out of bounds, close to about the 10-yard line. That was Matthew Quillar on the carry there. Fantastic run, finding the open holes, and a lot of these running backs, especially from Brownsville Pace, what I've noticed is they are calm and they are able to look for those openings, and that is always key. If you're able to do that, really, then it's always going to be a nice thing. So, 2:33 remain here. With the Vikings driving now, Banda decides to take it himself and gets brought down. Gains of about maybe 4 yards or so on the carry. Gain of 2. Ball marked on the 10-yard line. The Vikings are in no hurry to, of course, snap the ball right now. Play clock at 14, 13, 12. They'll let this one go to about 10 and then try and, of course, hike the ball off. They might even take a delay of game penalty. And they will. So timeout called, I believe, for Brownsville Pace. So timeout called here. Brownsville Pace just looking to secure a victory. It's been a very fun game so far, of course. Wolverines had momentum and then it just switched, and it's kind of been the key for this game. We've kind of seen momentum switch back and forth, and of course, I think the last momentum to switch was for the Vikings and, of course, that home team. So we'll see what Banda decides to do. Banda decides to hand the ball off to the right side, up the middle, takes it close to 5 yards. Bottling on that carry that time. 3rd down, 8 to go. So, a couple of yards on that carry, actually. Vikings in no hurry whatsoever. Play clock still at 20. So, they will run that play clock down to about 10 or so. And try to, of course, snap that ball. They give themselves a couple more seconds, actually, this time. 1 minute to go here in the game. Snaps the ball, throws to the middle, and it is caught. Touchdown, Vikings. Looks like that was Chase Morales who brought in that carry, and that will put the nail in the coffin, in a sense. 27-14 now your score. We'll see if They decided to do the extra point. Yes, they do. Point after attempt. 1 minute, 1 to go, actually. In this game. Lines up for the kick. The snap, the hold, the kick is up. And it is good. 28-14, your new score. The Vikings now lead by 2 touchdowns. They lead now by 14 with a minute to go. Now, of course, still possible to tie this game up, but almost very unlikely for sure. It looks like the Vikings will probably win this one nonetheless. Of course, the Vikings will be on the road next week. One home game here next week for you. If I had to guess, that will probably be covered by Joe Bowling. Brownsville pace back out, ready to kick this one back off. Chase. Christian Zapata, will be back there to kick off for them. Probably the kick returner. Actually, we'll see. But both teams now back out onto the field, ready to resume this one. Ref resumes play here. And we're back underway. A nice kick down to about the 10-yard line, and it is fumbled. Recovered, though, by the Wolverines. So the Wolverines will keep possession, but not able to really go down the field as they wanted to. Ball looks like it will be spotted on the Wolverines' 17-yard line. 58 seconds to go here in the game. Of course, the Wolverines will probably be on hurry-up offense here as play clock just reset. Leva hikes the ball off, throws to the slant route, and stopped momentarily by his run there. They'll mark him down at about the 25-yard line. 49 seconds left. Actually, the clock continues to go. The game clock does. The Wolverines seem like they're in no hurry, which is kind of strange, considering that they are down. But either way, the game clock does continue to run. 30 seconds now remain in this game. Snaps the ball. Drops back to pass. Passes on the left. Up the middle, and he's got it. Down to the 40, the 30, or just shy of the 30-yard line here. A huge gain, 18 seconds left. Now, of course, the game clock does stop momentarily. So timeout is called. 11 seconds remain. Well, I'm pretty sure does get to stop momentarily. Yeah, 17 seconds will be added to the game clock. Of course, PSJA Memorial, well, they will fall, I believe, to 0-4 overall and in even district. Not something that they necessarily, of course, wanted to. They had a chance to pull off the win here for, in my opinion, for a second. But nonetheless, not able to do that. And Brownsville Pace will get the win here, but we'll see if Leva can maybe put one in the end zone, throws another slant. It's going to be dropped incomplete. 14 seconds left now. second down and 10. Ball still spotted on the Brownsville Pace 31-yard line. It's second down and 10. 14. Leyva snaps the ball off, evades pressure, goes all the way, throws, caught, touchdown! 31-yard pass reception by Leyva. Pass seemed like it was caught by sorry about that. Julian Garcia, I believe. Or Jalen Garcia. I mean, the way they decide to go for two. This one, Leyva throws on his right side, and it is. Hauled in for the catch there. A very impressive two-point conversion on that one. 8 seconds. 28-22. So now, of course, expecting on this side on the final play, most likely. Well, if things were to go this way, Wolverines pick up the onside kick and still have time left on the clock, maybe about 4 seconds or something of that sort. They will try to heave it down the end zone and try, of course, to score that way. That's why, of course, they went for two, just to have themselves that opportunity. Of course, probability and all that say that that is not likely and will probably not happen. And the Wolverines, or excuse me, the Vikings will still come out of this one with the victory. Of course, anything is possible in sports, though. We will give you that. 28-22, your new score. Wolverines will, of course, attempt the onside kick here. Not shocking one bit. It will still be kicked by Robert Balderrama for the Wolverines. There we go. Ref blows a whistle for the final play to be done here. It's an onside kick. It is fumbled for a second, but dived on it. And that will be recovered by, of course, Brownsville Pace. And that will probably be we'll just see Brownsville Pace go into victory formation, as it is called, and kneel the ball. I'd be shocked if they were to hand the ball off here. Impressive game. It was back and forth, a very nice chess match indeed. This score does show how close the battle had been all night long here on this beautiful Saturday night down in the valley in Brownsville, Texas. There we go. Badon takes the knee. Excuse me, not Badon. Jose Banda takes the knee, and Brownsville Pace will win. All zeros on the clock, 28-22, your final. What a game it was. So, yes, Brownsville Pace win this one, 28-22. Once again, I've been Jacob Young. I enjoyed this one. This was a Rio Sports Live broadcast. Thanks again to Brownsville KBISD TV for letting us use their feed. And well, thank you to Rio Sports Live for giving me this opportunity. It's been an incredible experience so far. It's been about a month or so. This full month actually will be this week for me covering football games. Can't thank them enough. Absolutely fantastic football. Well, so long from Brownsville, Texas. I've been Jacob Young, and this has been Rio Sports Live. Adios.